now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios YouTube channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade J.J. Williams, thanking each and every one of you for coming back and joining me here once again in the theater. Gifts I'm preparing for some Christmas sharing, but I pause because hanging my stocking, I can hear a knocking. Is that you, Santa Claus? Of course, y'all know by now I've been doing a soft reopening here for Renegades Reviews on the Casa D18 Studios YouTube channel. Lots and lots of new Netflix original movies, some Lifetime originals, Hallmark originals out there. And when I started and kicked off these festivities a week or so ago, I told you all that I might be able to sneak in a theatrical film that was released this year if the funds permitted. Today is that film. Let's get started. Now, today's film was released theatrically in the UK on November 6th of this year, and here in the States on November 15th. It was directed by Jake Kasdan, written by Hiram Garcia and Chris Morgan, and it is Red One, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, Lucy Liu, Kiernan Shipka, Bonnie Hunt, Christopher Hivju, I hope I pronounced that right, Nick Kroll, and Mary Elizabeth Ellis. Now, as our movie opens, MORA, the Mythical Oversight and Restoration Authority, is a multilateral military organization that oversees and protects a secret peace treaty between mythological creatures and humanity. We meet Callum Drift, played by Dwayne Johnson, who is the head commander of Santa's ELF, Enforcement, Logistics, and Fortification security team. And he's requesting to retire after one last Christmas run as he's become disillusioned with the increased naughty behavior in the world, exemplified by the growth of Santa's naughty list. On Christmas Eve, a Black Ops team breaks into the North Pole and kidnaps Santa, played by J.K. Simmons. Callum notifies director Zoe Harlow, played by Lucy Liu, about the kidnapping, and her team discovers that the North Pole's secret location was compromised by Jack O'Malley, played by Chris Evans, a mercenary black market hacker who claims to be able to find anything in the world. So Zoe goes and she apprehends Jack for questioning. Now, Jack, who is a lifelong Santa debunker, did not know the information that he hacked was related to Santa, and he merely sent it to an anonymous buyer. Zoe offers to double Jack's payment if he helps them find Santa, but she places a tracker inside of him. Callum reluctantly teams up with Jack in order to find Santa by tracking the broker who arranged the deal between Jack and the kidnapper in Aruba. The broker tells them that the kidnapper is the Winter Witch, Gryla, played by Kiernan Shipka, and I hope I pronounced your name right. Gryla becomes aware of their conversation, and she sends her snowmen to eliminate them. And although Callum and Jack are able to defeat the snowmen, the broker ends up becoming iced in the scuffle. Callum suspects that Gryla might be working with Krampus, played by Christopher Hivju. And again, I hope I pronounced that right. Krampus is Santa's estranged adoptive brother, who is also Gryla's ex-lover, and the one who created the naughty list. Callum and Jack break into Krampus's lair, but they are captured. Callum attempts to appeal to Krampus in order to help his brother who misses him, but Krampus refuses. Despite being allowed to leave, Jack stays and persuades Krampus to play Krampusschlap with Callum, during which Jack recovers Callum's magic gauntlet and returns it to him, allowing the pair to escape. Now, Gryla and her sons keep Santa in a vault that siphons his magic, knocking him unconscious. Gryla duplicates the Glaskafig, a magical imprisoning snow globe, and she intends to use them to rid the world of every naughty child who has ever been on the naughty list by imprisoning them forever. She tests the snow globes on Jack and his estranged son Dylan, played by Wesley Kimmel. She sends each of them a snow globe that imprisons them and returns them to her lair. Within the snow globes, Jack and Dylan have a heartfelt conversation that ends up making them nicer, therefore causing the snow globes to break and free them. Zoe and Callum find Jack at the North Pole complex after using the tracker that was inside him to locate him. They realize that Gryla, her team, and Santa never even left the North Pole. They also learn that Gryla's team of shapeshifters has taken over the complex. They go to the North Pole, and they end up freeing the imprisoned Mrs. Claus, played by Bonnie Hunt, and the rest of the elf security staff. In Santa's old workshop, they find Jack and Dylan and the toy duplicating equipment that Gryla used to mass produce the snow globes. Because the North Pole equipment relies on Santa's powers, Gryla prepares to leave with an unconscious Santa using his sleigh to distribute the snow globes. However, a fight ensues and Gryla is stopped by Callum and Jack with an assist from Krampus, who arrives just in the nick of time to help. Santa recovers and acknowledges his brother, while Gryla is sealed inside one of her snow globes and turned over to Zoe's custody. With Gryla defeated, everyone rapidly prepares for the night's Christmas Eve run. Santa invites Jack and Dylan to accompany him, which they accept. During the successful run, Callum watches Jack regain his sense of wonder and build a relationship with Dylan. This convinces him not to retire as our movie comes to its close. Now, sadly, this film has been plagued with issues. For example, the filming began in October of 2022 in Atlanta and wrapped in February of 2023. Filming ran into issues with Dwayne Johnson, who was an average of 7 to 8 hours late consistently to film his scenes and ended up missing several days of shooting. These delays reportedly increased the budget by $50 million, making it a total of $250 million, which Danny Garcia of Seven Bucks Productions disputed. Red One was originally scheduled to be released on Prime Video worldwide in time for Christmas 2023. However, the release date was delayed from December 20th, 2023 until November 15th, 2024, with the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike cited as the primary reason, along with the film now being given a worldwide theatrical release. Now, after watching an IMAX screening of Oppenheimer while Red One's principal photography was still underway, Johnson pushed for Red One to be released in IMAX. He thought that Red One in the IMAX format would be game over. However, that just wasn't meant to be. As of this filming, Red One has only recouped $118 million of its $250 million budget. Be that as it may, though, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. There was a scene very early on in the movie that I feel summed everything up perfectly for me. Santa is working out and he wants to know why Cal wants to retire. And Cal tells Santa that it's the grown-ups that are killing him, about how the numbers are up on the naughty list. More people are on it than aren't on it, and nobody seems to care. He says he looks around and it seems like none of it matters. And Santa tells Cal that they know who we really are, and it's their job to remind us of that, even when we're not kids anymore. For some reason, that conversation struck a nerve with me. I am still a believer. I believe in Santa Claus. I believe in the spirit of Christmas. I believe in Christmas miracles. I want people to go and see this movie. Let's create our own Christmas miracle and swing the box office to where it can at least make its money back. When it comes to my rating for this film, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. What did you guys think of Red One? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that discourse that I'm always trying to engage you, my loyal viewers, in. Until next time, when we return here to the theater for another brand new episode of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here on the Casa D18 Studios YouTube channel, I have been your host, the Renegade, J.J. Williams, thanking you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next time.